All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin. This is SmellGoodz. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. Listen, it's officially springing right now. It is, at least where I am, weather's doing well. And I say that just because I recognize where I am, it's still a little of an anomaly. In fact, 2 hours north of me up in Flagstaff, I think they just got hit with another ton of snow. So this is perfect time to drop this video of spring fragrances. I already put one out a couple of days ago, maybe a week or two ago, that was spring fragrances, but only from Middle Eastern brands. This is a little more extensive list. I'll leave those 5 or 6 that I gave before, but I'm going to include, or basically have these that are going to cover the gamut of niche, designer, budget, as well as 1 or 2 Middle Eastern brands on here as well. These are spring fragrances that I think you might want to check out, and I'm going to give you 15 of them, right? We kind of overachieve sometimes here, so we're going to give you 15 fragrances. We're going to run through them. Let me know your thoughts. Again, let's just jump off. One of my first ones that I have for you is from, it's a designer house. Not a top one as far as what some people look. I think they're good. I think they put out a lot of good things. Have a few different things from them. And this was one that actually, when it came to, even before I got into the space of fragrance enthusiasts, fragrance community, all that fun stuff, it's a brand that was kind of supplying a lot of the things that I was wearing even before I jumped into this space. And that is the House of Mont Blanc. And first up we've got is Legend Blue. Legend Blue. You've got lavender and mint in this. Just a great springtime blue type of fragrance. Came out, I think, last year, I want to say. Has been around for a little bit as far as with my collection, and definitely looking forward to wearing this as we move into these warmer months. But definitely number one on the list, and this is not in any particular order. I know how we sometimes like to rank things and what have you. Just 1 out of the 15 is, again, from Mont Blanc. This is Legend Blue. Legend Blue. All right. Let's move on. Next one up is one that definitely was actually kind of in my early days as far as my fragrance journey. It was one that came highly recommended as far as just what some people said, especially if you're looking for a clone of a particular thing, and got it, enjoyed it, wore it out during the last summer, and we'll be wearing it out during this next spring and summer as well. This is from Armaf. This is their Club de Nuit line, and this is Sillage. Sillage. This is their take on Silver Mountain Water by Creed. You get the bergamot, you get the lemon, you get the lime, you get even some iris in this. Some people talk about the inky smell of this, I think, which is that iris that people are picking up. I like it. Does a great job, especially nice freshness as we're moving into these spring months. So something else to check out and put on your radar as far as another fragrance for your spring will be, again, Club de Nuit, Sillage. All right. Next one up is one that probably finds its home most useful in the summer, just because it is a very light fragrance, very nice, light, refreshing almost fragrance, that definitely, like I said, works really well in summer, but I think it works well in spring as well, and we're definitely going to include it in our list here. From the house of Dolce and Gabbana, this is Light Blue. Light Blue, you open up with the grapefruit, the orange, a little slight pepper in it. Decent longevity sillage that I get out of this. And it's almost, can we call this a classic now? It's been around for a number of years. And I think it does very well for what it's supposed to do. I know they've got flankers coming left and right. I think it looks like now every year or so they release a new flanker for it, or a twist on it, what have you. But this is the OG, and it works very well. Again, something you might want to get your nose on and add to your spring collection. Again, this is Dolce & Gabbana. This is their Light Blue. Light Blue. All right. Next up is one from a Middle Eastern brand, and I didn't include it in my last one. Not sure why, but I just didn't. So we're going to include it in this one. This is from Sillage, and this is Shiaka. Shiaka. All right. Now this right here is their take on Amouage's Reflection Man. Does a pretty decent job of it, probably in that 85-90 percentile range. But you get a nice, fresh, peppery greenness with this that definitely puts you in the space of Reflection Man. Again, not a one-to-one. In fact, you'll never hear me say a clone is a one-to-one. Some do come pretty close. This comes close. Not the most perfect one as far as being a 1-to-1, but it does come pretty close to it. Probably, like I said, 90, 95-ish, maybe even low as 85. It's been a while since I put nose directly on Reflection, but this is something that definitely works as far as the spring and summer months, and something that has been sitting on the shelf, has been there for a little while, and is going to be coming back out, especially in these warmer months. Again, this is Shiaka from Sillage. And now I'll point out, look for the one with if you're looking for this one, look for the one with the red label. I know there's like a blue one and there's like a gold one out there as well. You want the one with the red label. That's what I'm talking about and referring to here. All right. Next one up is one that also kind of just took the fragrance world not fully by storm, but it was like, okay, they did something with it. This is from the house of Coach, and this one is Coach Green for your springtime. This, you got kiwi and bergamot up top. Nice, fresh, almost tropical smell. Let me know if your thoughts on this, but it kind of gives me a little, and it may be just my interpretation of the kiwi, but it gives almost a slightly tropical smell to it, not a full overt tropical sunscreen type of a scent, but definitely does nice, fresh greenness. That kiwi just adds that nice twist on it, and works perfectly for the springtime. So another one to check out is going to be, again, from Coach, and it is Coach Green. All right. Next one up. Now, admittedly, this one may be a little too powdery for some people. Again, wear what you want to wear, how you want to wear it, wear it when you want to wear it. Some may, again, I acknowledge some people aren't very fragrances that are powdery, they aren't very big fans of them. I happen to like a couple that are powdery. I don't think that this is overly powdery, but I acknowledge you may, tear me up in the comments if you want to, but you may say that. But this is Prada L'Homme. This, you get a peppery, neroli, and iris type of thing that just goes on. And I think for me, especially when I'm thinking about the how spring is, spring here is where most people have summer, right? Where I live. Spring is, in fact, today's probably a cooler day for our springtime than most people experience when they're spring. For us, I think today's the highest supposed to be in the 70s. So for us, that's just really the edge of spring, of getting started with spring. And this, I think, as we're moving to spring, even moving into summer, this is something that definitely will work its way into my rotation. Prada L'Homme, I do appreciate the powderiness of it. I like the iris note in here. It has nice little, I want to say funkiness, but it adds a nice little twist to it that just takes it to a different space for me. So another one for your spring collection, Prada L'Homme. All right. Next one up is one that it's a staple in my collection. It's one, now technically, yes, this can go year round. I'm a proponent of wear what you want when you want to wear it. So if you are a person that wants to wear red tobacco in the middle of 105-degree weather, go right ahead. I'm not doing it, but you do what you want to do. But in this particular case, this is one that technically, yes, it can go all year round. It is a great fragrance, and it's a clone, but it's a designer clone. We're talking about from Mont Blanc. This is Explorer, and this is putting you right in that space of Creed Aventus. Bergamot, vetiver, woody notiness. This, again, can be year round. But I'm thinking that, especially as we're moving into the spring time, this is something that if you've had it on your shelf, this is something you might break out, because it is, again, a nice season for it. That citrus notes, those citrus notes and the woody notes really combine in this season to really make this a perfect choice for really day, all day, every type of scenario that you might want to wear it in. All right, again, from Mont Blanc, this is Explorer. All right. Next one up is one that, listen, I got a review. In fact, I'll try and remember to link it up there. But I got a review on this just because this was one that came about as a result of a discovery set that I got when I first kind of really started getting into fragrance from Mancera. It was one of the ones in the travel spray set that I was like, at some point I'm going to have it, and I did at some point get it, and it is now the perfect time for me to start breaking this out. In fact, I've been wearing this. This is in my rotation. In fact, the day I'm filming this is my scent of the day. This is becoming very much a very favorite. I'm getting tongue tied here. It's becoming very much a nice favorite of mine as it relates to my fragrances. This is from Mancera. This is Aoud Lemon Mint. Aoud Lemon Mint. You've got just this nice minty lemon in there. It's Mancera, so strong, crazy sillage. In fact, let's just get it in the air. Find it. There we go. Yeah, this is it's going to be in the air for a while. This has strong projection, strong sillage, pretty good, really good, above average longevity. I wore it a couple of days ago. We were at a meeting, a convention, what have you, and it lasted throughout the day. After lunch, wifey's like, "Hey, what are you wearing?" Because she knows I wear stuff, and she's like, "Maybe you put it on again." It was still kicking out then at that time. So again, for your spring, and definitely this will run into your summer. This will be on my summer list as well. But for your spring list, Aoud Lemon Mint by Mancera. All right. Next one up is from the house of Terre d'Hermes, or the house of Hermes. This is Terre d'Hermes. Let me show you the bottle. Terre d'Hermes. This is Eau Intense Vetiver. Eau Intense Vetiver. You've got in this grapefruit, lemon, pepper, vetiver goodness. Now this is, to me, this is a mature masculine scent. So I'm not expecting everyone to like this or go along with this, but this is, and those of you that are in my audience, y'all know who you are. This is a masculine, mature scent. This is one for, to borrow from my guy Dedrick Hicks. This is for the dogs. This is for the brothers. This is for the brothers. And this is not a Q dog thing. Let me even not go there, because I don't want to get in trouble and have people looking for me. This is just for the guys that are on their game, that know what they want and are set and don't have to necessarily have things that blow up a room off of them, but just can kind of sit in the cut and smell great. This is that fragrance. This is, again, Eau Intense Vetiver by from the Terre d'Hermes, and by from the house of Hermes. All right, next one up. Now, if you want something that is going to blow up a room, if you want something that is going to be a room filler, in addition to, what was it we just had, the Aoud Lemon Mint, that's a room filler. This is probably the second strongest fragrance I've got in my collection right now, just if I run off the top of my head. Number one being Atlas, which I didn't bring that in. I'll save that one for summer. But this one right here is definitely one that is going to fill a room. But it is a great scent. It is from Lattafa, and this is Emeer. This one is their take on Clive Christian's Town and Country. I mean, you have this nice citrus from the lemon, and I think the juniper berries are kind of making their presence known. This thing lasts. I tell this story every time, just because I don't know which video you've watched, but with this survived a wash. I sprayed it, last summer when I was wearing it, sprayed it. I tend to be an oversprayer, so okay, sue me. But sprayed it, you wore it, hot day, threw it in the washing machine, threw it in the dryer, of course. A day or two later, when I was going to fold it to get it out of the dryer and put it in my drawer, whatever, where I was putting it, that shirt, I could smell it on it still. This stuff lasts. All right. And definitely something that you might look at for your spring collection. And the presentation is pretty crazy too. I'll try to remember to link that up there, as far as just to show you the presentation on it. But we're talking Lattafa's Emeer, another one for your spring collection. All right. Next one up is one that is newer in the collection, but this is also going to be getting a lot of wear already. I can tell you already, it's going to be getting a lot of wear this spring, definitely going into summer. This is from Haramain Amber Oud line. This is Aqua Dubai. You got just this medley of citruses. You got orange, you got pineapple. I think there's bergamot in there. This is their take on Imagination. Again, never tell you to purchase a clone over the OG. But if you're like me and saying $400 is a little much to pay for scented alcohol and water and oils. All right. Does a really good job, probably in the 95, 97, 98 percentile. And last, this has good performance as far as its longevity, as far as the sillage, projection, all of those things. I think it may even, we'll be keeping on the quiet, but it may even outperform what I'm hearing from other folks. It may even outperform the OG. Don't know, can't say for 100%, but I'm telling you right now, from what I get from this lasts a long time, which is really good, especially considering it's a citrus scent. And for me, citrus scents don't always last the longest on my skin as well. All right. But again, from Haramain and the Amber Oud line, this is Aqua Dubai. Aqua Dubai. All right. Also from that same line, from the Haramain Amber Oud line, next up is Carbon Edition. Carbon Edition. This is their take on green Irish tweed. So you get the rosemary, you get the lavender, you get the sage in this. And I think that this definitely, again, puts itself squarely in that springtime as far as a fragrance that you can wear. Especially, it still has some depth to it or some heft to it for when it might be a little cooler in the springtime. But whether you are beginning of spring or moving closer to summer in that portion of spring and it's getting a little warmer, I think this works well and does a great job of it. Again, from Haramain Amber Oud line, this is the Carbon Edition. All right. Next one up is one that is from another one of the houses that before I really jumped onto this fragrance enthusiast train or space or what have you, was a house that supplied a lot of things. So Mont Blanc, as I mentioned, was one. The other one was the house of John Varvatos, and this is Artisan. This one just opens up with this nice combination of orange, ginger, and even some lavender in it. This is another clean and masculine fragrance. This is clean, not in the soapy cleanness that I've, some other things like I know, what is it, YSLY sometimes just feels very, or it comes off very soapy clean. This just comes off clean and masculine. It's kind of hard to draw the distinction, but this isn't a soapy type of clean. This is just a nice, fresh, clean, masculine scent that will do very well. This has a couple of flankers also that definitely will also work for your spring. I think I've got Artisan Blue back there as well. That is another one that kind of goes aquatic, even though it's not an aquatic fragrance. But this one right here, Artisan, is something also to check out for your springtime. All right. Next one up is another one. I told you I'd give you 15. We're on number 14, I believe, if my count is correct, and hopefully I can count. All right. But this one is from Salvatore Ferragamo. So this definitely is in that budget range. This is Aqua Essential Blue. This, you got lemon, cardamom, lavender up top or in there that comes off to me. This reminds me and could, in some respects, almost be in the space or a clone of Bleu de Chanel, which Bleu de Chanel, I didn't include it in my springtime list because for me, Bleu de Chanel kind of is a year-round scent. It works in a variety of situations. But if we're talking spring, I definitely wanted to at least bring this out and introduce this as it's not as hefty or as hefty is the word, as Bleu de Chanel, but it kind of puts me in that space. And so I think that this definitely works as a nice spring scent that you might want to check out. This is, again, Aqua Essential Blue from Salvatore Ferragamo. All right, and then the last one, number 15 on my list, is another one from the House of Mancera. This one is Cosmic Pepper. Cosmic Pepper. Now, despite that name, you're not going to get a whole lot of pepper. There's just a hint of pepper. There's a hint of rose. There's even a hint of oud in this. But you're going to get this lemon tangerine muskiness that just kind of rides through. This is a great fragrance, especially for the springtime. Now, again, I could have included things like Cedrat Bois. I could have even included like Gold Prestigium, which I think still falls into spring. But I wanted to give you things that are decidedly springtime fragrances. And this is one that's in my collection that I'm thinking, yeah, definitely one to add and definitely want to take a look at. If you can get your hands on, get your nose on, and check it out. All right. I think that's it. I think I've taken up enough of your time today, at least for this video. Go ahead and click the next ones and watch the next videos. Do me that favor. But hear me, these are my 15 fragrances that are going to have you smelling good throughout your springtime, no matter where you are. no matter what you're looking for as far as your budget, as far as kind of your taste, your smells, all those fun things. I think you've got something here that can kind of fit for each of you. All right, that's it for this one. Do me the favor, of course, as always, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good, and then also do me the honor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications, share, then meet me in the comments and comment, and then go ahead and watch that next video. All right, see you next time. Be blessed. Peace.